I never really fell in love, but with you, it was love at first sight. What I love about you, you look like a sparrow, but you have the power of a falcon.
That's my car. It's Tofaş. Tofaş is a very old car brand. They don't get produced anymore. The company Tofaş is still producing cars. They are producing Fiat, but not the original Tofaş cars anymore, because they stopped producing the real original Tofaş over 20 years ago. And the car that I'm sitting in right now is actually older than myself. So I have a lot of respect for it. So while I did my research about Tofaş, I realized that Tofaş is a car that has a soul. It's not just any car, it's one of the cars. Of course, I'm not just buying a car randomly, it's a big investment. So I asked my friends what they think about buying a Tofaş. What do you think about Tofaş? Tofaş hakkında ne düşünüyorsun?
Efsane.
Think about Tofaş.
It's an old car. It's a car.
Was denkst du über Tofaş? What do you think about Tofaş?
What can I say?
No! They didn't like the idea. I was totally aware of what I would get myself into. I know that buying a Tofaş is not an easy thing to do because it's simply such an old car. And I was surprised because they all had the same idea about a Tofaş. An old car that is dangerous to drive and not a good idea at all. But that wasn't enough for me. I wanted to find out why a Tofaş has such a bad reputation. Why everyone thinks that this is a gangster car, a car that you cannot trust because it's old. And I don't think that this is fair. I think this car has much more power than you think. I wanted to find out, what is Tofaş? Why does it have such a bad reputation? And what is this all about? What is Tofaş?
Tofaş ailesi.
So why Tofaş? Well, I did some research, a lot of research about cars. Because when somebody would ask me what kind of car my parents drive, I would just answer a white car. And that actually resembles my knowledge about cars. It's non-existent. I do not know anything about cars, and I'm totally aware of that I need to learn a lot about cars. But the one thing that I know about cars in Turkey is that they're expensive. In fact, Turkey is one of the most expensive countries in the whole world when it comes to cars. Buying a car abroad like Germany and bringing it to Turkey is expensive because of the tax system. There can be taxes up to 200% of a car's value, which is insane. I never did such a big investment in my life, which is why I was really careful with finding the perfect car. So while I did my research about cars in Turkey, I came across Tofaş. The cars of Tofaş get produced in Turkey, which is amazing, which means that they are slightly less expensive than imported cars.
To find out more about Tofaş, I read articles over articles, I watched videos, I informed myself on Ekşi Sözlük, and I just read everything about Tofaş.
I felt like I didn't only become an online Tofaş expert, but I also fell in love. I fell in love with the idea of changing people's mind about Tofaş, because Tofaş is amazing. And one thing that I read was, if you drive a Tofaş, you won't get bullied, you are the bully. And I want to show the people that this kind of car is not only for the gangsters of Turkey. This car is for everyone. This car has a sweet soul, and that's what I want to show. Every single day I was looking for a Tofaş at sahibinden. I even went to Tokat to try and test drive a Tofaş. Oh my god, I'm going to Tokat! It's 9 a.m. in the morning. I just arrived in Tokat and I'm waiting for the car seller. I'm at the bus terminal. He told me he will pick me up here and then we will look at the Tofaş. This is the car. It looks good from the outside. Bu ne?
Hangisi? O hoparlör.
Hah.
Hoparlör bu.
Is it raining? I tried out different models of Tofaş. I tried out the Şahin, Serçe, and also I saw a Murat, but I fell in love with the Serçe, so I was limiting my search to Tofaş Serçe. I can't even tell you what the reason for that was, like why Tofaş Serçe. I really don't know. It's just something inside of me that told me Tofaş Serçe is your car. And my friends would still look at me and say, why don't you buy a real car? You're from Germany, the country of cars. Why don't you get a real car? And I was telling them, a Tofaş is a real car. It can't get more real than a Tofaş. This car has the real Turkish spirit in it that I want to explore. This car has a personality. It's a very cute car. It's much more than just a Tofaş. Tofaş is a feeling, a community. It's love, Tofaş. People made so many memories in their Tofaş. It has history. It brings something with it. Will it drive me to all 81 provinces of Turkey? I don't know, but I guess I'll find it out. I still need to gain trust in it. But yeah, getting closer with every day. There won't be problems in the future ahead of me, I'm absolutely sure of it. But I don't want to buy a car that drives me from A to B and then forget about it. This is my first car. I want to go on adventures with my car. I want this to be my best friend. I want to be proud of my car and always remember it. The first time I got the idea to buy a car was actually when I realized that I depend on a car during my travels. I see so much more of a country when I'm able to move around freely with a car. And that's when I realized, okay, I need a car. I couldn't stop dreaming of having my own car. There is so much more to learn about Tofaş, the history, all the different things that I will need to learn about driving a Tofaş. For now, I'm absolutely in love with it. I love this car and I'm so excited to go on an adventure with it. So what's next? Well, due to the pandemic and the corona that is going on, I couldn't really travel much through Turkey yet. I can just tell you that I'm going to leave Istanbul. I will go on a very big trip. It's going to be a long ride and I can't wait for it. Görüşürüz.